Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to drop some powerful affirmations that will guarantee you getting your specific person and having all your SP manifestations come to fruition. Okay, every single part of you, okay, every single version of you is worthy of having the best life. That is something you have to understand. Okay, so something I highly recommend manifesting or affirming is that I always get what I want no matter what. Okay, I always get whatever I want no matter what state of mind I'm in. Because if you think about it, we have been manifesting our entire lives. Okay, you have definitely manifested things when, maybe you weren't in the best state, maybe when you thought it wasn't even going to come. Okay, and like this was, you manifested a lot of things before you knew about conscious manifesting, regardless of your state. I know people always say it's the state that manifests, but it's really your dominant assumptions that manifest. Okay, I kind of have to do a little bit more research myself about states. So I mean, if you know about that and if you'd like to let me know in the comments, let me know. But I personally have manifested things when I was in a lower state. Okay, we don't really talk about vibrations here because this is not law of attraction, this is law of assumption. This isn't law of assumption channel. But it is possible for you to get your manifestations, even if you have doubts, even if you don't necessarily believe in your manifestations. You guys know I preach that on my channel. I have talked about instances where I manifested things even when I didn't believe they would come. Okay, that's literally how I manifested most of my career. I manifested working at a great tech company. I manifested a six-figure job right out of college. I manifested a raise, promotion, and I didn't truly believe in all this, and I know I shouldn't be reaffirming it, but I have mentioned that I had imposter syndrome. Okay, still a little bit. Like I'm not blaming anyone else, but I feel like so many other people are competent and I can do a lot more to just get on their level and things like that. I mean, it's good, it keeps me motivated, but my point is at the end of the day, it's your dominant assumption that manifests. So even if you have manifested good things, it's because your subconscious internalized that you would get that. And at the end of the day, it really is about hacking your subconscious mind. It really is about infiltrating or impressing your subconscious mind with whatever it is that you want to manifest. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it. Not me saying this after giving a whole spiel or introduction, but yeah, the first affirmation I want you to say or script is that only my positive thoughts manifest. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at the screen. I have like a whole outline for this video. So yeah, only my positive thoughts manifest. Positive thinking is my dominant way of thinking. Okay, this will imply that any intrusive thoughts, any negative thoughts won't manifest. What I'm about to say is more dating advice than anything, but when it comes to SP, when you think about it, they should be there for you no matter what. They should be there for you, in sickness and in health. They should be there for you for the better or for worse, okay? And vice versa. That is what a healthy relationship looks like. They should be there for you on days where maybe you don't feel like yourself, or you feel a little bit anxious, or you're going through something. They should be there for you on your worst days. And again, vice versa. Throw back to that quote that says, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best, right? So yeah, I mean, it is very important to have good self-concept, high self-concept. It's very important to keep working on that. You guys know how much I preach self-concept. Okay, say self-concept affirmations every day, 3 to 4, however many you need to, but at least 3 to 4 every day. Okay, have like blanket affirmations that you always say. Yeah, your self-concept concept should be on point, but at the end of the day, I also preach about how we're all humans and it is normal for anxiety to sometimes creep in, doubts to creep in, but you can fully get over that by doing self-concept. But also my point is your person should be there for you no matter what. Okay, that's why I really like the affirmation, I always get my SP I always get my SP no matter what. I always get all my manifestations no matter what. Okay, all my manifestations come to fruition because I'm worthy of them, in every version of myself that I embody. Okay, I am worthy of the best life has to offer no matter what. I really like the affirmation no matter what, okay, because that just implies that there are no blocks, there's no resistance. You're essentially getting rid of the resistance when you say no matter what. Okay, every single version of you is worthy enough to have your desires. That in itself is such a good self-concept affirmation. That is truly one of the highest forms of self-concept. Okay, you deserve everything you know, no matter how you're feeling, because it is your birthright. It is your birthright to be with the love of your life. It is your birthright to experience a good, healthy relationship, okay? It is your right to get a good job, a high-paying job, to, like, you know, function in society. Like, that should not be a privilege. That should be a right. So, yeah, that is something that I wanted to let you know, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and continue with my affirmations. So I think the last thing that I said is positive. Okay, positive thinking is my dominant way of thinking. Okay, like I said, that essentially gets rid of blocks, and technically there are no blocks. You shouldn't even give credence to the word blocks, but it does get rid of like resistance or anything that, you know, could be causing a delay. I say all these things, and like in the back of my mind I'm just like, I don't want to say delay or blocks or resistance, but you get the point, okay? I'm just saying that for the purposes of this video. The next affirmation is positive thinking comes to me naturally, or positive thinking is my dominant assumption. It is easy for me to think positive thoughts. I really like this, okay? Just say it's easy, it's natural for you to think positive thoughts, because a lot of the times humans are wired to think negatively or give, you know, pay more attention to the negative things that occur as opposed to the positive things. So that's why I highly recommend using the affirmation. It is easy for you to think positive thoughts, okay? Thinking positively is very natural to you. Yeah. Also say things like, only my positive dominant assumptions manifest, okay? Like I said, everything that you are experiencing is a reflection of your dominant assumptions. So why not just affirm that you only think positive, you know, thoughts, or positive thinking is your dominant assumption, and only your positive dominant assumptions manifest. You guys, this was a game changer for me, okay? This really helped me kind of focus more on the good things that I was attracting, okay? Just automatically saying this, something was able to impress upon my subconscious, and I literally just started noticing the positive things. Like, I can't even remember the negative things that I've been experiencing as much as the positive, okay? Like, I recently got like a hate comment or something like that, and like it was bad, but I don't even remember what it said, but like I'm remembering all the really nice comments that I get, which, by the way, thank you guys so much. I love you all, and I intend that all of you get your manifestations, okay? Even the haters, I intend that you manifest happiness, okay? Because like that's just like, my self-concept is so high right now. Like, nothing can faze me, nothing bothers me, which is why self-concept is so important. And again, these things that I'm saying, like I said in the beginning of this video, this was a game changer, okay? This was literally life-changing for me. The negative things, they just don't impact me as much as they used to, okay? Like 6 months ago, I was in a completely different state. I started going ham on my self-concept 6 months ago. No, probably more. I think like June 2021. Yeah. And back then I would be writing paragraphs, like defending myself, defending the law, and like now I'm just like, you know what, believe it or not, I don't care, that's up to you. I know what works best for me. I'm living a good life. I just came back from Hawaii. I have a 6-figure you know, salary. I work in tech. I'm with the person that I want to be with, okay? So yeah, just say those affirmations, okay? Add that to your list of affirmations. If you feel like things are going haywire, if they're going downhill, these will really help, okay? I know I give a lot of affirmations on this channel. These are some of the most effective ones, okay? I'm always going to update you with my most recent affirmations. You guys know I love sharing my affirmations. I don't think there's any need for people to gatekeep them. You will be hearing a lot of affirmations either from my channel, from Facebook groups, from Pinterest, from books, from TV shows. At the end of the day, use the ones that are the most natural to you. It is okay to get inspiration for your affirmations, but yeah, do the ones that you resonate with the most. Do the ones that just feel easy for you to say and are the most natural to you. And even some affirmations that may seem a little bit hard, maybe you don't, or hard to say, maybe you haven't really internalized them as much, just keep saying them until it becomes your dominant assumption, okay? The whole thing about practice makes perfect, and you know, it takes like 21 days to form a habit, or just however many days. Honestly, I think that's a little bit subjective. Like, all of that is true, okay? Once it becomes a habit, it becomes so natural and so easy for you to say, so just keep doing that. Yeah, another one that I really like is, life is so easy and fun for me. You guys, you should be having fun manifesting, okay? I know I talk a lot about SP on this channel. I know this video is even titled Get Your Specific Person, and you know, in the beginning I did talk about how your specific person should be there for you no matter what, okay? They should be able to handle your Beyonce, as well as insert celebrity here that might not be as higher up as Beyonce. I don't want to, like, you know, insult anyone, but it's like, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best, right? So yeah, like, your SP, just people in general should be nice to you, should be kind to you, should be giving you respect no matter what. Again, that is your birthright. So yeah, and just say things like, life is so easy and fun for me. Like, going back to my point about how I always talk about SP on this channel, I highly recommend manifesting other things as well, okay? Like, manifest things for your job, for your career, manifest finding a new hobby, manifest completing the things on your bucket list, manifest starting a side hustle, manifest you know, just spending more time on your hobbies, or whatever it is that you want to manifest. I'm just trying to give you some ideas here. Like, I would say, don't just focus on SP. Manifesting is so powerful, okay? You could be manifesting a mansion, you could be manifesting so many great opportunities coming your way, you could be manifesting traveling, you could be manifesting having enough money to live out your best dreams, to live out everything on your bucket list, okay? Like, really have fun with it. Sometimes I've personally noticed that, you know, when you focus on other things and you're not, like, too focused on your SP, like, everything just falls into place all at once, okay? And I'm not saying, like, stop manifesting for your SP. I'm not saying that at all. You know that I talk about, like, you know, what you focus on is what grows, okay? What you give attention to is what grows, and where your attention goes is where your energy flows. So whatever it is that you want, keep affirming for that, but also know that, like, you know, you have an amazing life, and your life should not involve just around one person or one thing, okay? Even, like, for me, like, I've had a pretty good career life. I didn't really have to do that many money manifestations, but I still did them anyways, in addition to my SP. In fact, I even thanked, you know, the SP that got me started on this journey for, like, helping me realize the power of manifestation and having manifested so many different things into my life, okay? Like, I've gotten way more than just love and romance manifestations. I've talked about it, but I got a promotion, a raise. I'm going on all these, like, fun trips, right? And you should be doing that too. You should really be living your best life. SP is yours. They're going to be yours. Once you started manifesting for them, like, they were yours that second, because, like I said, this is the law of assumption. You just assume that they're yours. You're not creating anything, you're not attracting anything, you're just deciding, okay? You're deciding, like, hey, this is mine, this is my assumption. So SP already is yours. You can also use that as an affirmation, but I just wanted to remind you, a lot of the times I'll talk about things, and I'll you know, there will be other topics that will come to my mind, or other things that I feel like saying. That's just the way that I like explaining things on my channel, okay? I don't like gatekeeping anything, and any sort of, like, you know, downloads that I get in the spiritual world, they're called spiritual downloads, I like talking about, because a lot of the times, you know, the way that I explain things to you is the way that I like having things explained to me, because that's what really impressed on my subconscious. And I've gotten tons of messages saying that, like, you know, the way that I explain things really helped them get a flurry of manifestations, or it really helped things click for them. Like, thank you all so much. Okay, I just wanted to come on here and say, yeah, thank you so much if you do watch my channel and you do support me, because I absolutely love making these videos for you. Law of Assumption changed my life, and I really just want to make sure that, you know, every single person knows about this. I really do feel like this is the closest we're going to get to world peace, or, like, we will achieve world peace, because when you go on this journey, you start doing self-concept, and you just start getting less triggered. You just start, you know, your subconscious internalizes all those nice things, all those beautiful words that you're saying to yourself, all those things that you're assuming about other people being good to you, you know, living in a good world, full of positivity, people respecting you, you getting all the opportunities you want. You guys, like, if every single person did this, there would be no wars, there would be no, like, you know, crazy people, there would be no, like, just unpleasant experiences or circumstances, right? So, like, if you're here, you're already ahead of the curve, okay? Good for you. I actually want you to give yourself a pat on the back for, you know, all the work that you've been doing on yourself. Even if it did start off as manifesting a specific person, I promise you, by the end of this journey, which actually, by the way, it's an ongoing journey, you will have learned so much about yourself, so much about life. You will have manifested so much abundance and blessings into your life, okay? So congratulations if you found out about the law of assumption and manifestation. You are ahead of the curve. Like, yeah, especially, you know, if you're young, there's no such thing as, like, you know, okay, especially if you're young, like, you are wise beyond your years, you're ahead of your years. But even if you're a little bit on, you know, the older side, honestly, age is just, like, time isn't even real, it's not linear, and I'm gonna make a whole nother video about that, because that is a concept that blew my mind. But yeah, it's never too late to find out about this stuff and have your life completely change as a result of this, okay? So yeah, do say those affirmations that I gave you. Again, they are little game changers, you guys. Like I said, I talk about a lot of affirmations, but these affirmations especially cause me to have like huge movements in my manifestation, and everything just came in at once. Like, I ended up getting my specific person. I ended up getting like other people that used to be my SPs, or other people that I kind of like, you know, used to be interested in messaging me all at the same time. I literally ended up getting a promotion like within, you know, the next couple of weeks, like, and yeah, it's amazing. Try them. I'm gonna go ahead and continue with the rest of the video. Okay, so I know that some people also talk about toxic positivity. I don't really like giving attention to the word toxic. Like, it doesn't exist to me anymore. Like, I have never been in a toxic relationship. I've never experienced toxic people or toxic things. I don't know how to say this. Like, I know this might not, just take whatever resonates. Take whatever I say with a grain of salt. These are just my assumptions. These are my rules. But I don't really think there's such a thing as toxic positivity, because when you say positive things to yourself, like, that's never going to go to vain. That is never going to go to waste. I think people just say that because of the whole thing about, like, oh, if they go through like a triggering experience, and if they just start affirming positive things, that's toxic positivity. It's not necessarily toxic. It's just that you haven't really processed your feelings. You haven't, you know, let the feelings, the anxiety really flow. I feel like there should be another word for that. I don't really like the word toxic, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I always say on my channel that we're all humans. We have human emotions, right? So let the anxiety pass, cry it out, rant it out, whatever you gotta do to let it pass, and then just get back on top of your game. Get back to, you know, flipping the script, get back to revising, get back to living in the end, get back to dropping the old story, okay? At the end of the day, you guys, the people that end up having the best lives are the ones who have persisted, the ones who have been consistent, the ones who did not give up, okay? I don't know if this is like my earth sign self speaking. I guess it's my assumption that astrologies to have a lot of Taurus placements. I'm all about the long run. I'm all about not giving up, okay, you guys? I manifest strength for you because just a lot of people, like, what really distinguishes people who get their manifestations versus who don't is persistency, consistency, and just strength in their faith, okay, or conviction in their faith of manifestation actually working, okay? This stuff works, I promise you, it does. Just on another tangent, I do have a video where I talk about like this experiment that I do with both of my hands, and I believe the video is titled having faith and conviction that manifestation works. It is in my Law of Assumption manifestation playlist. If you ever feel down about your manifestations or about your abilities as a creator, as being the operant power in your reality, go back to that video. I promise you it will help. Maybe I'll just quickly show you here. When you put both of your hands together, you notice which one is bigger, the left one, right? So tell your right hand to grow taller like 7 to 8 times. So grow taller, 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 and then just do it again. Wow, I didn't even think about that, you guys. Like, I did this really fast. Okay, this is the power of your subconscious mind. If you don't believe me, if you thought that was BS, I mean, try it for yourself. It works, okay? And I know some of you guys asked on that video, well, how can we use that to manifest a specific person? Maybe pretend your hand is a specific person. You're telling your specific person, like, hey, commit to me. Hey, you know, I'm the one for you. I'm the best thing that's ever happened to you. You are wrapped around my finger. And just, you know, just play with that, see what happens, okay? But your subconscious mind is really powerful, and at the end of the day, it is about you utilizing the aspects of your subconscious mind that are in alignment with your manifestations, because your subconscious mind is storing everything. You don't necessarily, you shouldn't even, you know, tap into every single part of it. Just tap into the positive parts. Tap into the part of your subconscious mind that stores, you know, these positive affirmations, these positive things, so that your reality reflects them, okay? Like I said, humans are sometimes like wired to think negatively, and like that's an assumption that I'm trying to get rid of, but just for the purposes of this video I wanted to tell you that, but that really does not have to be the case. Okay, you can totally trick your mind into thinking positively. There's so many books about that. Like there's one called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, okay, how to unfuck yourself, okay, The Power of Positive Thinking, Rewire Your Brain. Check these books out. You technically don't really need any of that, but if you are interested in neuroscience and neuroplasticity, those books really explain how that works. I do have videos on how exactly you're able to form new neural pathways by thinking positively. I say this in like pretty much every single video, okay? So if you are someone that like continuously watches my videos, sorry, but like I'm gonna be recapping this for the newcomers because I do believe everyone deserves to hear this. But affirming and persisting in your affirmations and saying all these affirmations, like positive thinking is my dominant way of thinking. It's easy for me to think positive thoughts. Literally creates new neural pathways, because when you think, your brain emits these peptides, chemicals called peptides, okay, and you have receptor sites that absorb those peptides and literally like send them out to your DNA, right? So when you're used to negative thinking, you have created receptor sites for those peptides that are all about negative thinking, and that's literally what you're sending to your body. That's what makes you feel anxious and discouraged, right? So that's why it's really important for you to persist in your affirmations, so that you can create new receptor sites for those new peptides that are associated with positive thinking to come in and to literally make you feel good and better about yourself, reduce anxiety, reduce depression, reduce any sort of like just negative feelings that you could be going through, okay? At the end of the day, it's about these receptor sites, okay? So maybe if you're used to negative thinking, saying these positive affirmations could feel a little bit foreign at first, but I promise you, when you persist enough, they will feel natural to you, okay? And you will create receptor sites that are going to be conducive to whatever it is that you want to manifest, or like your thoughts are going to be conducive to what you want to manifest, and your intrusive thoughts, they're not going to manifest. Oh my gosh, it's 11:11. Sorry, I definitely have a lot of intrusive thoughts, but trust me when I say your doubts, intrusive thoughts, even the things that you reacted to in the 3D, they really don't manifest when you worked on your self-concept enough, when you've affirmed that only your positive thoughts manifest, okay? I promise you guys, this stuff is so powerful. It really works. Lately, I've been noticing about, I've noticed things that used to trigger me so much that they don't, which I talked about, and that's gonna happen to you too, okay? Your SP can do the worst thing, and you won't react, or you'd be super neutral to it. You will just observe and not absorb, okay? And that's really important, because a lot of people tend to feel discouraged when they see something triggering in the 3D, and they just give up, okay? Or maybe they give up in that time being, and then they're just like, wait, I still like my SP, and they end up spiraling and going through this whole cycle, and they walk in circles, which, by the way, you will still get your manifestation if you do that, but wouldn't it just be better if you didn't do all that and you just got your manifestation straight, right? Go from point A to point B. That's what you have to trick your subconscious into thinking, that you always get what you want immediately, okay? And once you say things, once you say the affirmations that I gave you, that's what's going to happen. The bridge of incidence is not going to be, exhausting. It's not going to cause you to go on this downward spiral. You're not going to feel the need to check the 3D. You're not going to feel the need for any sort of validation. Things don't have to go downhill before they get better. That is just a limiting belief. Sometimes it does end up happening that way, maybe because that's just how things have played out in your life, or maybe you've internalized other people's experiences of that happening to them, but it really does not have to be that way, okay? At the end of the day, it is really just about your thoughts, your dominant assumptions, and making sure that they're positive, okay? At the end of the day, you will always get your manifestations, but wouldn't it be good, wouldn't it be wonderful if you just, again, went from point A to point B without any of the in-between, right? So yeah, that is something that I wanted to tell you. Let me see what else I have written down. I have so much written down, you guys. I love being as thorough and concise as possible. Again, this is just what I feel helps, okay? I feel like a lot of people are logical minded, and like I've said in all my videos, manifesting isn't always logical, and you don't need to add logic to your manifestations, but I do feel like when people kind of know what they're doing, it just helps them more, because you've grown up thinking logically. Most people have grown up with the mindset that everything has a science behind it, everything has logic behind it. So I'm just trying to cater to that, because again, that's that's just what works best for me. And I am pretty logical minded, so I kind of like, you know, just understanding how it works. But I'll be honest, when I manifest, I don't always think about the how, I don't always think about the middle. I just know that it works. And you know, all of these, there's some coaches out here that talk a lot about logic and the neuroscience behind manifestation, and I think, you know, I've listened to them enough to the point where, you know, it's impressed onto my subconscious that like this stuff works. Okay, like all the things, all the mechanisms they explain behind how your manifestations work has like impressed upon my subconscious. I don't even need to think too much about the logic, about the how. Okay, that was a really confusing statement. It's okay if you don't quite understand that. Yeah, but my point is, like, I kind of want to do that to you. I want to do the thinking for you, so you don't have to do it for yourself, and you just understand, like, hey, this is how it works. There's this girl on YouTube telling me how it works, so I know it works that way. I'm just going to be focused on my manifestations. I'm not going to focus too much on the in-between, on the middle, because I've already learned that. I've already internalized how it works, and now I'm just ready for my manifestation. Okay, like, that's one of the reasons I decided to even make this series. Okay, I want you guys to all get your manifestations. I like sort of doing, you know, the grudge work for you. Like, I have this assumption that, like, you know, I was this is so silly, but like I'm also a little bit spiritual, that like I was brought to, like, you know, help spread like knowledge about this kind of stuff. Okay, I'm also the firstborn daughter, the firstborn person in my family, and like, you know, I kind of had to go through a lot. I had to go through all the generational stuff, and like my little sister is now living her best life, and so am I. But like I've always sort of been like the guinea pig, and I guess I've kind of internalized that, and like, you know, now I kind of want to be that for, I end up being that for other people, but it's okay. I like it. I really like helping people. Okay, I'm definitely an empath. I'm really compassionate, and yeah, at the end of the day, I really want everyone to succeed. Okay, because I have seen so many people just reiterating limiting beliefs, and like I'm so tired of seeing them. Okay, I'm just like, no, you don't have, you're okay, you're fine. Okay, you're gonna get your manifestations. You don't have to do anything but just desire it and just step into the reality where you have that. Okay, and if everyone thought this way, you guys, going back to what I said, we would literally have world peace by now. So yeah, I guess I just have this assumption that, like, you know, we will once live in a completely peaceful world where everyone will just, you know, understand this stuff. Everyone will understand the law and use it to create beautiful things for themselves, use it to create a beautiful life for them. Okay, so yeah, thanks for listening to my TED Talk here. Okay, but I did want to express that as well. That was literally my point, you guys. I have, like, you know, I'm trying to outline my videos a little bit more, and I am like, this was something that I've been wanting to clarify since like video 3 or something like that, since when I started this manifestation series. So yeah, okay, let me read my other notes. Yeah, something else that I want to say, like I said, when you affirm for self-concept enough, unfavorable circumstances you see won't trigger you as much, and you won't react. Okay, thus causing your manifestations to just, you know, come in faster. You're just going to be really neutral to it at some point. It's kind of how your immune system works. I really wanted to give you this analogy. So when you get sick, you know, your blood cells, I don't remember if it's the white or red ones, they help fight the toxins and sickness away until you end up feeling better, right? That's exactly how it works in your mind. That's exactly how it works in your brain. When you think positively, when you do a lot of self-concept affirmations, those negative thoughts, or even thoughts from your logical mind that try to overtake that, will be gone. Okay, like you know how like the red blood cells or the white blood cells, like they literally fight off you know, the toxins, right? Like your positive thoughts will literally fight off the negative thoughts. Your positive thoughts will replace your negative thoughts, and you will see your world change. You will see your 3D reality reflect that. You will see your SP conform. You will see just, you know, all your desires come in the best way possible, and you'll also feel happy. You'll also feel good. You'll also feel less anxious. I feel like a lot of people, you know, they do want their desires. They want like all this material abundance and desires, but they also experience anxiety. Like, why not get rid of your anxiety? Why not get rid of any, like, you know, feelings of sadness while also manifesting what you want, right? Like, I think this is like a, you know, 2 birds 1 stone kind of situation. when I started my manifesting journey, like I would get a lot of my manifestations, but I still wouldn't feel happy within. And it's not because I was getting these things. A huge limiting belief I see is that like, oh, like, you know, being successful or being rich will just make you more depressed. Oh my god, no, please do not listen to those things. Okay, I know plenty of people that are well off, that are financially stable, that are happy. Okay, like those people that say that, like they wouldn't be happy regardless of whether or not they were rich. They wouldn't be happy if they had $1 million. They wouldn't even be happy if they had, like, you know, $0 to their name. Like those people, they're viewing the world from, you know, a perspective where materialism is bad, and that doesn't have to be the case, you guys. Like to each their own, but I like nice things, okay, and I full-heartedly believe that you can be a millionaire and also live your best life and have a great family life and, you know, be happily married to your SP, to the love of your life. It's not like you have to be miserable. It's not like you have to give one up or the other. Like that's something that I really, you know, like I've talked about this in my tarot readings and I've talked about this in my other videos, but that is a huge limiting belief. I think some people think and have internalized that, like, you know, at times their career life has been really great, but their love life hasn't, you know, seen too much progress, or like the opposite. And it's like you can have both a good love life and a career life. I'm a living example, okay? So yeah, it's not like you have to sacrifice one for the other. It's not like, oh, because you gain a lot to your name, like you have to sacrifice, you know, these emotions of happiness. It's not like, oh, poor people are always happy, or like, you know, I see videos on TikTok about like people living in, you know, impoverished countries and they're happy, they have smiles on their face, and all these comments will be like, you know, this is just proof that like money doesn't buy happiness, or, you know, like they might be poor but at least they're happy. Like, first of all, how do you know? Like, they're dancing in that video. Like, why would you want to be poor? Like, why would you even say things like that? Like, why would you make that assumption? Because, you know, when you make assumptions like that, you're kind of like telling your subconscious, like, hey, subconscious, I think we'll only truly be happy when, you know, we're poor, something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just, yeah, if you don't know what I mean, it's okay. I guess this is like a mini rant on my side, but like, my point is that you deserve to have it all, and you're worthy of having it all, no matter what version of yourself you are, no matter what state of mind you are in, okay? So do not give in to these limiting beliefs. Yeah. Okay, so let me see my notes if there's anything else that I'm missing. Yeah, I think I covered it all, okay? I really have been liking this quote, observe, don't absorb, okay? So hopefully that's also a takeaway that you got out of this video. Try these affirmations, okay? I promise you your SP will conform. I promise you will get your other manifestations. I promise you, like, you'll just feel a lot more good, happier, content, whole, secure within yourself as well, okay? Like, you will really live the best life, and, you know, the old version of you that used to have all these limiting beliefs, that used to feel, you know, sad at times or anxious at times, like, you won't even remember that version, okay? You guys, your subconscious mind is so powerful. It is like, it is a life hack to know how the subconscious mind works. It is a life hack to know about manifestation in general. Like I mentioned, literally just saying these affirmations will impress upon your subconscious, even if you don't believe them at first. But repetition really is the key here. Consistency is the key here. Just affirming until it becomes your dominant assumption, which, you know, for different people that looks different. Some people have to affirm, you know, all day. Some people just affirm a couple times a day. You know, you can even intellectualize your manifestations or affirmations. I like saying this in my video. You can just say, like, hey, subconscious, literally communicate with your subconscious. Tell your subconscious mind, hey, by the way, we get whatever we want without putting that much effort. We get whatever we want effortlessly. Just tell your subconscious mind, hey, we're really good at affirming just a couple of times and then getting that. We're really good at just visualizing and getting what we want. We're good at, you know, like, I like scripting a lot, and I literally scripted because that's like my best way of manifesting, that like I'm good at affirming, because there are times where I don't feel like scripting, okay? Like, I like scripting, it is therapeutic, but I want to just be able to affirm and see my reality conform and see my manifestations come to fruition, right? So yeah, talk to your subconscious mind, communicate with your subconscious mind. It is your best friend, okay? Like I said, I am, you know, I am pretty spiritual, and I do tarot readings, and in my readings I say things like, ask your angels for help, ask the universe, and like I always add aka your subconscious mind. Like if you're someone that used to communicate with your angels or spirit guides, or you used to just like you believe in God or whatever, which by the way it's fine, okay, whatever your assumptions are, like it's your rules. You can believe in whatever you want and still get whatever you want. If there's anything I've learned from law of assumption, is that like just do whatever feels good to you, do whatever feels natural to you. I will say though, don't give too much of your power to the external world, okay, because you are the universe experiencing itself. Alan Watts said that. But yeah, literally just communicate with your subconscious mind. Tell it what you want, okay? Just tell your subconscious mind like, hey, like we're gonna get our SP, because at the end of the day it's not your SP that is going to bring themselves to you, it's your subconscious mind that's attracting everything, your dominant assumptions that are attracting everything, okay? So yeah, just when you become best friends with your subconscious mind, it will give you literally everything, okay? So just do everything that I said in this video, do whatever feels natural to you, and I promise you, you will live the best life. Okay, I have talked enough. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here. I really hope this helped. Let me know if you have any questions below. I will address them in the comments or in a future video. Also, thank you to everyone who leaves behind nice comments and helps answer other people's questions. I do see your comments. I really do pay attention to all the positive comments. I see you, I value you, I appreciate you, and I intend that all of you get your manifestations, so keep doing that, okay? So yeah, I wish you all the best, and I will end the video right here. See you guys next time.